Hey guys, this is MobileGamerNerd, and we are here today with Epic 7. Yes, Epic 7. It's a game that's been out for a pretty long time. I have mentioned it before, and I figured we would throw it in. I started playing it again last night. We did start building some heroes, and I'm basically right now doing it with I guess what you could call the easiest group of heroes that you could possibly use at this point. Uh, yeah, so let's check it out and see what it's about. So basically, you get these heroes and you fight in areas. It's basically your average MMO slash mobile game hero thing, but the heroes in it are really cool. All right, that's the plus side. So here we go. Let's go into heroes. Let's just check out some of the ones that we got. Now, every single person who plays this game is going to get um, Free Spirit Terria. Now, she is literally the best hero you could possibly build in the early game because she has a skill that essentially will hit the entire wave of heroes right here, this one. She'll hit the entire group of heroes, and the caster is proportional to the damage dealt. All right, recovers health, which is nice, and resets the skill's cooldown when an enemy is defeated. So basically, she's so strong because they give you everything you need to level her, and she's pretty much maxed when you get her. You just have to level her up with the free stuff they give you, and beat some areas in the main campaign. I believe you have to beat up to stage 7-9 to get all of the stuff you need to kind of build her up, and yeah, she just basically destroys waves because she's so strong. Once you start getting towards the end of the first area and into episode 1, she does fall off a little bit. Nothing crazy, but she falls off a little, and she will get you through probably episode 1 if I had to guess. And maybe if you build her up with the best gear in the game, yeah, she could probably get you through a couple episodes because she's really strong. So I would get her. And the other thing is they added is that she gets a new costume, which is what you're seeing right now. Really cool costume. She looks really cool. She's got a giant axe now, and she's awesome. Now, in the beginning, you also all get to choose a hero. And by choose, I mean you get to summon a bunch of heroes all at once and over again until you pick the hero you want. Now, Cigarette is honestly one of the best single target damage dealers in the game. She has really cool skills. She pairs really well with anyone who does debuffs, and she's kind of a cool hero. So that's who we chose. I just summoned probably like 50 times. Sometimes it's annoying, so you're going to have to deal with it. But when you get to it, you only have to beat, I think, the first 3 or 4 stages in the game to get to the point where you can actually do the summon for the first season. And there is another one that comes up later on. We just haven't gotten there yet. This is only day 2. We're about to hit day 3, I think. Yeah, we're about to hit in maybe a couple hours, but we're about to hit day 3. But that's really where we're at right now. And within that time, we've been able to build these heroes pretty well. And she's really good because basically she debuffs the boss. Now, she is a single target hero. She doesn't do big AoEs or anything like that, but she does debuff the boss with this skill right here. All right, it has a chance of doing bleeding and unhealable. And then her main skill does more damage the more debuffs are on. It does an additional 10% for each debuff inflicted on the enemy, which is great. Now, if you use her with this wonderful hero who is literally just a 3-star hero to start, Chris, she has a skill that when you use this and you build her up, she gets an extra turn, which is nice. It strengthens her venomous arrow and increases the chance to inflict poison 3 times 100%. So then you come back in and use this. You use the venomous arrow. That'll light the boss up with poisons, and then you come back in with Cigarette, and you use this one, and she does a ton of damage because they have unhealable. They will have here. What's the other one? Unhealable, bleed, and a bunch of other stuff. And she'll have 3 poisons, so that's like 5 debuffs right there. And then you come in and use this and do an extra 50% damage. So it's really cool. She's an awesome hero. I highly recommend picking her as your starting hero. Some of the other ones are still good. You can beat the game because you're going to basically beat the first area of the game with Free Spirit. Tyria, she's basically your killer. She's going to do it all. You don't need anyone else. She's the only one you need. We just beat I think we just beat the entire episode 1 with her at level 50. So yeah, she is easy to build. And then the other one we have is Raz. He's the main hero, the protagonist, whatever you want to say. He can be upgraded later on, and we do want to do that, which is why I am slowly building him. And you get stuff to upgrade his gear, which is pretty cool. So we are using him. And then Lots is my other hero that I use. He's a really cool hero. His heal is awesome. It actually does a full heal and increases your combat readiness, which is basically your turn meter or whatever you want to call it, by a lot. And then he does continuous healing. So he's actually a really good hero. And I was lucky enough to get Cigarette and Lots in the same poll because I always want to get at least a new healer because the first healer they give you is Aether. She's not amazing, but she's not terrible. It's a he. It's one of those trap characters. So yeah, this is a boy, guys. So yeah, Aether you're a starting hero healer. He's not terrible, but he's also not amazing. He doesn't do anything crazy. He has a shield, so he's really good. He will help you out, but the turn meter on Lots is way better. Clarissa is also a really good starting hero. She does have an attack where she hits twice if she kills things. So if you build her up with straight attacks, she will be really strong. We're not using her right now. And then you get a moon selection hero, which you could choose whoever you want. This is the blessing hero I chose, Dark Spectre Tenembria. She's actually my favorite hero in the game. I love this girl. Maybe not specifically this exact one. The regular version of her I actually kind of like better, but I know that the Spectre version is really cool, and I haven't used her yet. We're going to basically wait until we can unlock her because you have to do a bunch of stuff to fully unlock her. Otherwise, you can't use her in Arena. You can't use her in like a bunch of different stuff for defense teams or Guild War until you unlock her. So you have to do a bunch of little quests, and then eventually you get to keep her as a normal hero. So I chose her. You could choose her. You could choose, I think there's another guy, Vildred, who's really good. And I think those are the two best ones. There's another one that's okay. There's a healer, but Destinia is a much better healer. Either way, I don't think you're going to really, it's going to matter who you pick. But I love Tenembria, so I would just pick the one that you like from this because you're not going to be able to use them for a while anyway. And I mean a while. All right, so just know that that's coming up. And then on top of that, you get Mercedes. She's a good magician. She's actually pretty strong. She does reasonable damage. We're not building her right now just because, and she's really stacked on magic. But yeah, she's definitely really good. But either way, we're going to be using Free Spiritaria. Now, you do get all this gear from basically playing through the missions. We had her in attack gear right in the beginning, and then we switched her over into the speed set that you get. She's really good, and then we took the gear that we put on her, and we put that on Cigarette. So now she's got almost 100% crit rate. Really good set here, this 55 level thing. It's great for the beginning of the game. Eventually, over the first week or so, or 2 weeks, you will be getting a bunch of gear that's between 75 and 85. So yeah, you're going to get really good gear for high maxed levels, and you might be able to get your main heroes to somewhere around 100 to 120,000 power by the end of the first month, probably, if you're focused and you understand the game. If you don't understand the game, you might mess some things up. Just know, don't waste your time doing things unless it's on those two heroes specifically. As you can see, Raz, I haven't even leveled his gear yet, and Lots, once again, I only have a few pieces that are leveled, and that's because it just happened. I didn't even put him in any accessories at this point. We should probably do that, honestly. I haven't looked at this. I was like, I should probably put him in something, but it don't even matter. I don't care. We're not even gonna waste our time with it because I didn't do it. All right, and then on top of that, you do get artifacts, which are pretty cool. This is hers. It increases effectiveness by 9.8% when an enemy is defeated, and increases attack of the caster by 2 turns. Awesome skill because basically you kill something and then you have more attack. So even if you get into the areas where your AoE doesn't kill every enemy, you can come back in, whap them, just kill one of them, and that'll give you the attack up, which should be enough to do your AoE and then kill whatever's there, and then you'll be able to keep that momentum going the rest of the fight. All right, so now what do you do in here? So basically, there's a ton of stuff to do in this game. I don't even know if I have enough time to really show everybody unless we get crazy. So we're gonna go into stage 10, I think. I think there's going to be some story I might have to skip because this is the first time we've gone back into the story since it's going to make us do some story stuff. So I don't want you guys to get caught up in that. I don't want you to see all that. I want you to see it when you play it. So we're in episode 2. There you go. Now this is episode 2, and we are going to actually collect all of our rewards. Every area gives you a ton of rewards right here. So quest, all right, and you get to receive all of this, and we get look at that. We get a bunch of stuff that's really good. I wish I'd saw that before. Receive this reward, and now we've got some stuff for beating chapter 10 in the first area. All right, so we have been able to do it in the first 2 days, and here we go. We get more summon stuff and more leveling gear and everything. So as you can see, she looks really cool. She's my main hero. We are going to go to episodes. Here we go, episode, and then we are going to go to episode 2, God Killer, and we're going to go to Jordan Borderlands, wherever this is. There we go. Let's get out of here. So here we are. This is the first area of the second chapter, basically. We're going to go in just so you can kind of see the damage and how this team works, all right? You can choose a supporter, which is basically friends, and then eventually you can friend them, so it's kind of cool, and then you can use them as an extra hero. I use them for areas when you need a specific type of hero. Like, let's say I need to bring in, this girl, all right? I'm not going to bring her this time. We're going to take her out and put my boy Lots back in because he's my healer. There we go. But what you could do is, let's say you have to bring a ranger. All right, you could put the ranger here and then bring this guy in, and in the first round, just swap them. You'll see you could swap him with this hero, and then you don't have to worry about him dying. So there you go. Little trick there in case you ever have to do something like that. Now, there are going to be stories in almost everything, so I'm going to skip through most of it. Like I said, I want you to see it all. Now, we're on auto right now, all right? So she's going to auto by doing this full attack, say boom. As you can see, she missed it there because we're in the next area and I haven't leveled her gear up fully yet. We are only in the second day. So now, hopefully, she gets another attack, which I don't think she's going to get it. Yep, they were able to kill it, and now Raz is going to come in and whap them in the face. Boom. Yeah, the animations in this game are really cool, just so you know. And I have it on double speed right now. So now she's going to use that attack, which is her main attack, which does a ton of damage, see? Now she killed something, so now she has the attack up, as you can kind of see right here, and she has the effectiveness on her, which is pretty cool. He's going to use his skills. Auto's weird because they're all going to just use whatever skill is available at the time. So it's a little bit annoying in that sense, but yeah, see, she's going to keep getting attack up every single time she kills something, and then hopefully she gets boom. So she's going to keep getting it every single time, and she's going to kill things, and then boom. Now you're going to use that attack every single time, and it's awesome. So let's skip this, confirm, and this is why you should build her. They really fixed this game though. The auto is much better. Say boom, look, it kills everything, and now she still has the attack up, and then comes in cigarette with that, boom, on heal, and look at this. This boss is already almost dead. She's gonna and boom, bleed to death. That was fast. I know it went by really fast. So there we go. But this is why I said she's really good because basically you have um, Free Spirit is basically your wave killer, and then you've got Cigarette, who's your boss killer. All right, and then if you have a boss that's really giving you trouble with like killing it fast, then you bring in that little arrow girl. I forgot her name already, but you bring her in, and she's an awesome support hero to kind of keep Cigarette going up and moving on. All right, so there you go. That's how the battles work. There's side stories in this game. We're gonna go back to the lobby. There's a ton of stuff in this game. You're going to have plenty of things to do if you play this game. If you go into battle, right? We'll do battle. All right. So in battle, there is a labyrinth, which is basically a area where you can wander through, and you get gear, you get stones, so you can buy stuff from the shop. Pretty cool. We're not going to really go into it, but it's there. It's essentially like it almost reminds me of like a Pokemon dungeon where it's not random, so to speak, but it is random which way you go, and you choose different directions, and eventually you will beat each area of the labyrinth. Spirit Altar is where you basically get yourself to awaken your heroes. There are a bunch of different types. All right, apparently they're all open for 28 days. I did not know that. Apparently they did something for the new year. Basically, oh, this one has 5 hours. Oh no, yeah, whatever. Either way, so we go in here. These are the spirits where you get these stones, which you use to awaken. We're going to go into hard mode and see how hard it really is. You can do this for all of them, and we're going to use the same team, start. Now, this is a level 50 group of heroes now, okay? So we're basically just got to level 50. So you'll be able to see exactly how much damage these guys can do. Even at level 50, look at that. They're just killing stuff left and right. They don't really care about anything. They don't care about level. Raz is basically there just to not die. I don't care if he dies right now. We just want to beat the content. There's no like star situation that you have to worry about. Yeah, that skill is freaking insane. Look at that. 6k damage. She's only level 50, and her gear's not even maxed. We have one gear that's level 15 because it's part of the missions. So there you go. Boom. Look at that. Already kicking butt. Now she's going to come in and do... She didn't have the unhealable on, so she's doing, look at that, 4,000 damage, and she didn't even have any debuffs on her. So now imagine if there was like 5 debuffs on her and she did 50% more damage. And Raz does a lot of auto attacks that help with getting a battle skill. What is it called? Whatever. It's a combine, not combine. It's a combination skill basically. Someone jumps up and will basically attack with you, and it happens once in a while. He does it. He has an auto skill that does it every time. Look at that MVP. She put up mad damage. She's awesome, and there you go. So now you just beat your altar, and then we get out of here. Let's leave this and show you the hunts. So now there's also hunts, which is where you get gear. All right, we have to go back. There's a lot of stuff in here to show. There's so many things to show in Epic 7. Oh, I did the wrong thing. Battle. Here we go. Let's go into battle. There are hunts, which is basically your gear farming. And every time you beat an area, we have to beat stage 6 in order to unlock a quest. I don't know how hard this is going to be. Let me see. What level is this? 56. I mean, it's doable. We'll see. We're going to try it. So basically, this is where you level, and you can just farm gear if you want. It's good because you get pieces of the boss monsters, which you basically can use now to craft your own gear in a crafting thing, which is pretty cool. And the more you level it up, the more you can actually craft better gear. You can use less materials. There's all kinds of stuff that is pretty cool in this. Look at that, boom, killing things. Now she's got her attack up. Sorry if there's a little bit of lag on it. The game's a little bit weird on my computer, but hey, it's still good enough to show you. Look at that, 5K and a one hit. Now, if I brought in that other girl in here, we could probably kill this boss pretty damn quick without having to worry about healing. So I wouldn't even bring lots if I was going to farm this. I would probably just bring the other girl in just to get the extra damage in. And you're going to definitely need some effectiveness because you want to be able to land those hits. That's basically what effectiveness is in this game. It's your ability, it's your accuracy, I guess you could say, how much you can do. So now she's going to do this attack. Hopefully, it's enough to kill the boss, which it looks like we are not having trouble here on stage 6, which is cool. See, and then she comes in and just whaps him in the face. Boom, dead. And there you go. The hunt stage 6 is in the books. Clear worm wyvern hunt 6. So we just need to do that. Now we unlock the new quest line, which I'll do later on, not on this video. This is just to kind of give you an idea of what you're going to be doing. Let's leave here. See if we can go into the abyss. Now the abyss is basically your tower. Okay. Here we go. We got to get back out. It's going to keep us going back to the beginning every time. All right. So now we are going to go into battle. And this time we are going into the abyss. This is the last thing on here, I think. Yeah, no, there's automation tower and a bunch of other stuff that's going to unlock soon, which is pretty cool, but we're not there yet. So basically the abyss is your tower. You go in here and essentially you can just do a bunch of floors and every floor gives you a new reward. This one is going to be giving us gear. Select team. What are we at now level here? I don't even know what level. We're on 28. So yeah, we could definitely move forward on here. We have 9 keys. You get a bunch of them for doing quests. And this is a really easy area to do fairly quickly, to be honest, especially with this team. They just kind of rock stuff in the early game. Now there are going to be much better heroes. I mean, there's heroes out there that just destroy me in the arena if I have to fight them, and they're gonna do insane stuff in here. This team just works really well for the first few chapters to get you through it fast. All right, and they're easy to get. Everyone can get them. There's no one here. You don't even need lots. Like I said, he's kind of an extra. He's not necessary, but he is pretty cool. And yeah, you just go in here and you just bang out these levels and you can get a bunch of free stuff like summons and some other things. Let's get back out of here. And you also get a ton of gems from playing this game. So we are on day 2, right? About to hit day 3. They gave us a New Year's gift of 1,000 gems, which is nice and some energy. As you can see, I have 5,630 gems right now. And that's a lot for me, at least in this game, from what I've seen. And 900, I think it's 900 or 950 gems gets you a 10 summon. So basically we have about 50 summons we could do right now. As far as summons go, I believe right now they're running an event where you get 10 free summons every day, which sounds like a lot, but it's really not, especially if you're getting garbage heroes. But we're going to go in and summon 2 times. I always use the Covenant summon because you have a chance of getting all kinds of better heroes in the Covenant summon than in these specialty ones. In here, your drop rate for that one hero is really good, but you have to have 120 summons in order to guarantee them. So we're just going to use the ones here real quick so you can kind of see, confirm. Maybe we'll get something good on the video. It'd be nice, but it doesn't look like it. We only have 2 summons. And basically you get artifacts. I really wish, this is the only thing I wish they would change in this game, is that artifacts and heroes are in the same summon pool, and it's kind of annoying, but now we're going to get a hero. This is a 3-star, but it is a new hero. All right, so we got Adelaide. I don't know if he's cool. Some of these heroes can actually undergo uh, specialty changes. So don't think that just because you get a 3-star hero that they're bad. All right, so there you go. That's your summons. There are moonlight summons, friendship summons. There's all kinds of stuff in here. And then if you go into heroes, I believe it's here, right? I don't remember where it was. Hero? No. I always forget. You know, it's like, where the hell was it? I'm like, where the heck was it? Heroes, waiting room, recruit, storage, transmission team. Is there I have to find it. Either way, yeah, I'm gonna have to go to Carrot. She's the one we're gonna be doing our specialty change on. She's another hero that we just got. We were able to upgrade her stats and stuff, which is pretty cool. She does do, oh, damn it. I don't know where the hell it is. This is the problem, is a lot of times some stuff is all over the place. Oh, that's right. Is it in here? This is the settings little area. All right, so we've got blah blah blah. Here we go. Journal, hero, waiting room. I honestly forgot where the hell it is. That's crazy. I like sometimes you just get stuck. I thought it was in here, to be honest. Recruit. Well, either way, there's recruits here. Here we go. Specialty change. It's in recruits. All right, so we go into specialty change here. Sometimes I lose my brain. So here you go. We do our details. All right, and this is basically going to get us a new carrot. All right, we can preview skills by going in here. And then you can see that she obviously looks a little bit different than she did before. All right, and she actually gets new skills, which are pretty cool. Boom, she lights things on fire. We can burn stuff with her AoE, which is pretty cool. We're going to do that. Oh, that's right. I got to click these guys. So here we go. She's got a little flame friend. And this is a 3-star hero, just so you know. It's going to take a while to get her specialty change done. The quests do take a long time, but she does look pretty badass. She got her little flame friend. I'm actually very excited to get her specialty change. She's really cool. Same thing with Raz. We're going to be getting him done. Yield this. Let me see if we can show him. I'm going to go back in here. So Raz was the main hero, right? Here we go. Preview. All right, we're going to preview skills. This is what he looks like now. When you change him over, now he's got a little bigger sword. He kind of looks a little bit toolish. I don't know how I feel about it, but whatever. And this is his regular attack, which is basically the same. Hopefully he's a little bit stronger. Let's burn. No, we don't want to burn. Cancel that. Let's see what his main skill does. All right, so now he gets up on a mountain and does this, which is kind of cool. See? Boom. And that was his specialty changed skill. So he is still cool. He's not a bad hero, which is weird because a lot of times, you'll play games where the protagonist is basically garbage. So yeah, don't think that you have to just throw away heroes. There's a bunch of heroes in here that are 3-star that are really cool that you can level up. When you unlock her, I believe there's one in here that's really good. Where the heck is she? I just passed her before. Lorna. All right, this is a really good hero. She's a dark hero, and you can get her from connections, so you don't even have to like summon her. You can get her through connections eventually, and she's a really cool hero. She does a lot of cool stuff. She's basically a dragon. What is that? A dragoon. Let's burn and see what she does. So this is her skill. Kind of cool. She just smacks the one hero over and over again. Pretty cool, and she gets an extra turn. So yeah, we definitely want to build her and get her specialty change once we get her. I definitely like her. So she's a cool hero. Let's get out of here. Yield. All right, so now other than that, there are side stories and a bunch of other things you can do in this game. There's never going to be stuff that you can't do. There's always new content to play. There's a bunch of really cool 7-day events. Say there's a bunch of stuff going on. There's point shops for another event. There's a ballot thing you can do for voting on people who drew pictures of the game. There's a sanctuary here if you're interested. This is where you're going to be getting these little gem things, and you can upgrade areas. You can get free gems and silver. The Forest of Souls is basically where you get cool stuff like this to upgrade your skills. Spirit Well is where you get stuff to upgrade your heroes. Penguins basically heal you, and I mean not heal you. They give you your EXP, and you can go in here and use these things, which you get from either quests or from selling off heroes. You get a bunch of these, so you can come in here and basically, you know, just buy a bunch of the things you need to upgrade your hero if you want, and that's kind of cool. So that's the Forest of Souls, and then here you go, the Alchemist Steeple. We haven't unlocked much, but you can get catalysts, crafting materials, equipment conversions. There's all kinds of stuff in here. You can build charms to level up your weapons. All kinds of cool stuff in there. There's also the Steel Workshop, which is where you would go here to craft weapons. Say, go in here. So now let's just say I don't know, crit rate. This is the obtainable stats from this specific monster. There's obviously different bosses here. So if we want crit rate, we want to play this and do it here. So now we can do level 55 gear right now. We'll craft one just so you can kind of see. And you have a chance of getting legendary, which we just did. There you go. But I got effectiveness, which basically means it's good for someone like that poison girl, where if I wanted to use it for her. And you can basically craft whatever you want just by fighting those bosses in the hunts. So that's kind of cool. Very interesting. You can reset equipment. Very easy stuff. All right, so let's get out of here. Very cool game. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I used to play it a while ago, and it's starting to really grow on me. And there's a reputation tab, which basically gives you rewards for completing certain things. And see, my reputation is 2,000. Eventually, it just keeps going up. See, here we go. That upgrades my gear, so that's cool. We can go in here, and we get that for beating the what is that for beating the spirit altar. And here you go. You get 50 of these for beating that for the first time that hunt. So, and then as this grows, you get bonuses to your teams and a bunch of other stuff, which is pretty cool. And then on top of that, there's also a shop here. You can level up, I believe. I don't know if I unlocked it. Yeah, I have to be level 25. So there's a shop you can do here. There's raids. There's all kinds of stuff in this game. There's areas. I'm actually doing one right now. If you go into side story, say these are all the ones that are basically in right now. So we're doing Eerie Night in the Secret Garden. It's a whole new series where you can get rewards. A lot of really good stuff in here. Sometimes you can get equipment. Sometimes you get new heroes. Like there's all kinds of things that you can do here. And you may begin a different. This is Dear Mentor. This is a new one that has her as your main hero, and this is going to explain side stories, but we're not going to watch that. And then you get bonuses for the heroes that you use in there. Kind of cool. And then you have an exchange here, say, so like the more points you get, you can earn these by fighting in the event areas, and this will give you free summons, free, gift of tranquility. I don't know what that is. It's a gift box to give to somebody to raise their friendship. There's all kinds of catalysts in here to upgrade your skills, things like that. So yeah, if you're looking for a game that is fun, has tons of heroes, and is really cool, this is a game for you. I mean, it's definitely very anime-esque. The story is really good. So if you are into story-driven games, you will love this game. And yeah, I'm definitely going to keep playing it. And if you guys are interested in seeing stuff on Epic 7, I'm down to it. I mean, I got really far in this game. I actually have an account that has, I think, somewhere around 50 plus heroes, and I think I have like 30 like 5-star heroes, just because I just got really lucky. Every time there was like one of those random pulls, I got like the best pull. So it was a random account, and it has a lot of really good heroes. But my thing is, I also want to show you that you don't need all those heroes to do that, which is what I do in a lot of the games that I play. So we'll probably just stick with this account and start from scratch and move forward and see how we can do with just the heroes that we have, and maybe by doing some class changes and getting some of the connections in here. Here we go. I'll show you the connections so you can see. This is all the connections. See, here's Lorna. So you have to do 20 dispatch missions, which I haven't done, and then you have to eliminate 200 enemies in the Church of Ilios, and that's it. You just go in there and you do that. It sucks. You put it on auto, maybe just go for lunch, and eventually it'll be done, and then we can unlock her. So we'll probably get her pretty quickly. I'll start doing dispatch missions now. I didn't unlock it for a while, and I forgot about it. So 20 goes by quick, by the way. They last like 2 hours, I think. And you can have two running simultaneously. So basically, in a day, we could probably get this finished. If you start right when it unlocks, it's a lot easier. So here you go. You can get Angelica, awesome healer. You can get Hazel, who also can do a specialty change. You can get Silk, who's a pretty good archer. Um, Crozet and Carjuda, they're like whatever. Maya just has big noggins. That's really it. If you can get her, she's really good. Yuna, she's one of the better heroes. She's pretty badass. I have never gotten her through connection just because I just never eliminated 800 enemies and got all this stuff because I was always worried about building my heroes. But you do have to unlock Hazel, who's an okay healer. Um, and get her to level 3 friendship just to finish this. So that is something you should keep in mind. But yeah, if you are looking for a really good damage ranger, she is awesome. Yuna is awesome. I would definitely recommend going for her. And yeah, that's really it. I mean, that's the game. It's pretty cool. You get a lot of cool fights. There's tons to do, tons of side stories, plenty of heroes to level up. And I don't think you'll ever be bored. And the fighting is really fun once you learn it and you understand it. Getting gear is fun, crafting gear and seeing what you can do. Lots of fun here. So if you guys have anything, if you guys play this game already, feel free to leave a comment, put it down below, let everyone know what you do and which heroes are awesome for you. It's always good for a new community to join around a game, and that's kind of what I want. And as always, like, share, subscribe. Make sure you tell all your friends about the channel. It's trying to help out, trying to get people in here and try to play more games and get everyone out of Raid. Now that we've been focused on Raid for the last year and a half, I want to start showing people some other games so that we know that there's plenty out there besides Raid, guys. You can spend an hour or two on Raid and then go play these games, which is basically what I do at this point. I'll spend my days recording on Raid, like full on, and then I'll just put it on auto and farm masteries, and then I'll play another game. Which is actually funny enough what I'm doing right now in Raid. If I go down here, I was doing the guild boss while I was doing this video. All right, so thank you guys for watching. This is Epic 7. I hope you guys liked it. This is Mobile Gamer Nerd, and I hope you guys take care.